everybody. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. Sorry I didn't come on last Wednesday. Got busy and just didn't get it done. But today I'm really excited about the video today and the quick tutorial because it's for the absolute beginners. First of all, before I go on, my name is Wendy and I'm a retired art educator. And I always say once an art teacher, always an art teacher. I'm here to help you and sometimes your kids get creative and crafty and bring out your inner artist. Now, I have people, and I am also a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Stampin' Up is a fabulous paper crafting company, and stamps. So I often have some of my customers or people who come to my workshops who are absolute beginners, and they're like, I don't know where to even start. What do I even need to get started? And I decided that I would do this video, and I came up with my top 10 things that I think a beginner stamper needs to make some cute cards and make some beautiful stuff with 10 items. 10 absolute gotta have them items, okay? So let me go ahead and show you, and then I'll show you a quick card that you can make with such simple materials, okay? You don't have to have all the bells and whistles to start. Keep it simple. All right, here we go. Okay, get this situated here. All right, so my number one thing that you need as a brand new stamper, paper crafter, is a good trimmer. This is Stampin' Up's trimmer. It has a scoring blade and a cutting blade. You might not need the scoring blade much in the beginning, but you know, it's there when you're ready for it. It has, I added this part on, but it does have measurements, and it has an arm that swings so you can cut longer, bigger pieces, okay? So I'm gonna use it real quick because for the card we're gonna make, I need a piece of Whisper White. We'll talk about that in a minute because you're gonna use a lot of that. I'm gonna need a Whisper White piece that is 4 inches by 5¼ inches. And I've had people say, oh, you cut so fast. Oh, you whip that around. Lots of practice, okay? I've been doing this a long time. Okay, so I'll need that piece. I also, with my trimmer ahead of time, cut a card base out of Whisper White paper, and I scored it in the middle. That's going to be the base for the card. Okay, so that's all ready to go. So you need a trimmer. Gotta have a trimmer. Okay, second thing you're gonna need is some snips. We're not using snips for the card today, but they are so handy. Sometimes you'll need them for cutting little things out or whatever, but these Stampin' Up trimmers or snips are awesome because they're pointed and sharp all the way to the very end, so you can get right in there. Okay, third thing, clear blocks. All of Stampin' Up's stamps need to have some kind of block that you can press with, okay? Here's an example of one of our clear stamps, and you gotta have something to put it on. You can't really stamp with just that. It'd be very hard to get to make it work, okay? The good thing is all of our stamp sets in the catalog that we have, it tells you, or online, it tells you what blocks go with those stamps. So you don't have to buy all the blocks, just buy the ones that you need. Matter of fact, I'll be using just this block for everything today. So there's that. Clear blocks. Adhesive. You gotta have something to glue it with. We have a couple of great ones at Stampin' Up. We have the Stampin' Seal tape runner. Okay, it's refillable. You can buy refills for it. Okay, and we have our Tombow Mono multi liquid glue. I use this a ton. Love it, love it, love it. It's a great craft glue. Okay, all right, cool. You need something to clean your stamps with, okay? We have a couple of things. We have this called a Simply Chamois, and it is a hot mess right now, but I've been using it a lot. You get it wet, and then you squeeze it out, and it's this great way to wash your stamps. We also have the Stampin' Scrub that opens up. It has a side that you spray cleanser on. We have a Stampin' Cleaner, Stampin' Mist, and then so you have a wet side and a dry side, okay? I use that sometimes too. It just depends. Okay, so you need something to clean them with. Of course, you need some stamp sets. And honestly, in the beginning, I would just pick a couple that you like. This is the one we're going to use today. Nice and simple. It's called Best Butterflies. Easy peasy. Okay. You need some basic white paper. I already told you about that. You're going to use a ton of basic white. Okay. You're just going to use it all the time. You got to have a package of that. I believe it comes in a pack of 50 sheets. Plenty. Okay. Pick a couple of colors in our catalog that speak to you. You don't have to buy all of them. Just pick maybe 2 or 3. This is our Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, and Parakeet Party. They all have awesome names. And they were just 3 I grabbed that I felt looked good together. And they each come in packs of, I believe it's 24, so it's plenty of paper for you. Okay, pick a few colors to get started. So you have white and you have a few colors. And then, whoops, oh, silly frou-frou nails. And then you need some ink to go with it. So I would pick an ink color for each of the paper colors you pick out. So ink is number 9. And you probably should also, it's always a good idea to have a good black ink. We sell this great Memento Tuxedo Black. It's awesome. It's a very, very good black ink that won't smear and that kind of thing. Okay? And finally, number 10, you're going to want some bling. These are our basic jewels, rhinestone basic jewels. They're adhesive on the back. And adding a little bit of bling to your card really, really steps it up a notch and can take a super beginner card into something a little bit more. Okay, so let's move on. Those are my top 10 things that I think you need to have if you're going to start stamping. So here's a card I made using just those 10 things that I talked about. And actually, I didn't use the snips at all in this one. So everything else, there's some bling. I used the white. I used some of the paper and the ink colors. Okay? And of course, the trimmer. So let's go ahead and make this real quick. So I'm going to take my Whisper White piece that I cut, this layer that I cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to stamp using my clear block and my stamps here. I'm going to stamp these 3 butterflies. I'm going to do the big one up here at the top. Okay? And let's start with Sweet Sorbet. Okay. Just going to put this up here. Just going to show you how simple, and excuse my reach, my cleaner. So I want to clean it off. Okay. And let's do, you got 3 colors, so you can mix them up any way you want. Using the same stamp to create the other side of the butterfly. Okay. Clean it off. Let's do our little baby butterfly here. And let's do him with excuse my reach. Let's get the green out. The Parakeet Party. And let's put that here. And how about a red on this side? Not red, Sweet Sorbet. Boop. And wash that off, put it up. Look how simple this is. And I'm going to grab this one, the medium-sized butterfly, and we're going to do Tahitian Tide. And how about the another green, Parakeet Party. Okay. And finally, I'm going to put the little body of the butterfly on and take my black ink and make my little butterfly bodies. This is the second time I had to do this video. Did it almost all the way through, and then it decided to, I don't know, quit on me. I don't know what's up with that. One of those days, I guess. And finally, I'm going to take my sentiment. This set, most sets come with at least some sentiments. Those are the sayings. Okay, there are a few sets that don't, but I'm going to do all the love. Whoops, that just fell on there. I might want to wash that off. Okay, all the love. We're going to do that in Sweet Sorbet because it's reddish looking. I think love should be red. All right. How easy peasy is that? So I just used everything that I just talked about to make a super cute card. I'm going to close these real quick before I stick my arm in them. You will learn to close these as quickly as I do. It's just a lot of practice. Okay, I have my backing. This one I use Parakeet Party. This one I'm going to use Station Tide. And I'm going to put my glue. I'm going to use liquid glue for this. I'm going to glue this white piece. To here. All right, there we go. And then I need to put the whole thing onto my card base. I'm going to use the tape runner for that. I'm just going to get it going. Just need a little bit. It's very strong. Okay. Did I just put that down? Lord, it has been a day. I just put it down. Ooh, it didn't. Oh, Lord have mercy. I put it face down. Y'all, I'm going nuts here. I have a lot to do today and not much time to do it in, and I shouldn't be rushing. But anyway, that didn't hurt it too badly. Usually with this stuff, you can't peel it back up. So that was, somebody was looking out for me. I am going to use my little snips. I'm going to use my snips to put, you can kind of use them like tweezers and put a few, you know what? I'm going to put one way up there where it messed up. These rhinestones can cover a multitude of sins. There we go. Saved from the brink of death. Okay, so top 10 things. There go my dogs. Top 10 things a beginner needs. A trimmer, snips, clear blocks, 1 or 2, adhesive, 1 or the other, you don't need them both, something to clean with. You can use a baby wipe. You don't have to have the fancy stuff. A couple stamp sets that you like, some basic white, 2 or 3 colors of paper, matching colors of ink, and black is a good idea. And finally, you need some bling. Everybody wants some bling. So I'm going to put together a packet, and it will be somewhere on my website. I'll let you know. But you can also contact me, and I can send it to you. So that you can kind of just go onto the website. If you decide to buy some of the things, you're an absolute beginner, and you can just plug in those items, and boom, it's done for you. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for hanging in there with me and my, you sure it's not Monday? It's Wednesday. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye.